I found a tiny finch, and it's incredible to hold it in my hands. Have you ever seen such intense breeding behavior in quails? I almost stepped in to separate them. Is this normal or what? I do have an incubator, and all these eggs will be kept in a safer and more controlled space than before. Pingo is helping me out too. This is my vlog about budgies, finches, and my garden. Enjoy! It's morning, and this is pretty much what I do every day. The first thing is always to spend some time with my Pingo. He calls for me and runs after me if I place him on the floor, but he can be a bit clumsy and sometimes falls. Luckily, I always catch him in time. Usually, he stays on my palm where he feels more secure. He already wants to fly, though his wing feathers are still growing. Vampire crabs, as you probably know, I always brag about them, are my favorite. They're very easy to care for, breed like crazy, and there are always babies around. Their lifespan is short, but they're fascinating little creatures. I feed them every 2 to 3 days. They're freshwater crabs that spend most of their time on land. I used to keep fish tanks too, but after one started leaking, I gave away all my fish. Though, I must confess, there's still one fish tank at my mom's house. For now, my vampire crabs and my birds are more than enough to take care of. Not to mention my cat, Tom. Once Pingo even dropped into the water from my shoulder. Luckily he didn't hurt himself, but he was super excited and curious, as if he had just discovered a whole new world. He'd never taken a bath before, so it was quite an adventure for him. And honestly, for me too. Maybe I should give Pingo a proper bath, with warm water and a cozy room temperature, since he still lacks most of his feathers to stay warm. But I won't force him. If he wants to, he'll come on his own. Birds always know when they're ready, and with Pingo, I want every new experience to be gentle and positive. I've never seen a happier budgie that couldn't even fly. Pingo truly enjoys hopping around on the table, exploring everything with so much curiosity. And when he gets tired, he just curls up and falls asleep on my hand. Even now, while I'm writing this, he's peacefully sleeping on my finger. Budgies really are a blessing. The next thing I need to do is feed the budgies. I'm a little late today, they're already super hungry. I couldn't go earlier because it was too cold. Usually, when I feed them and change the water, that's also the time when I open the door so they can go outside, but sometimes, like this morning, it's just too cold for that. Yeah, that's on me. It's really late, and they're extremely hungry. Even now, I've placed food in 5 different spots, 5 dishes total, and they still eat every last speck of seed. But I'm careful not to put out too much food because mice can become a serious problem when you have an aviary in the garden. It's always a balance between keeping the birds full and keeping the place clean and safe. Maybe I do have too many budgies after all. But hey, they don't complain, except a little in the morning when they're all chirping for breakfast. Overall, I think I fulfill all their needs. The only thing that could make it better might be a larger aviary. But when I see how much they prefer perching inside, I realize it's not really about space. It's about comfort, warmth, and feeling safe. And they definitely have that. But I have more birds to feed, and they're all warm and cozy inside the winter aviary. And the new perches in the aviary look amazing, more natural and cozy. I know some of you suggested planting real branches or small trees, and I'm still considering that option. But I need to find the right kind of plant, something that's safe for birds and doesn't grow too big or too fast. It's such a nice feeling to see them safe and comfortable while I bring their food. Everyone chirping softly, waiting for breakfast. Moments like this make all the work worth. And this is the last baby from nest number 3 leaving its nest. I love those moments when they get tired and I can hold them. It feels so special. It's unbelievable to hold such a tiny finch. They're not fully tamed, of course, but they're not extremely afraid either, which makes these moments even more magical. And hey, I didn't expect it, but thankfully my flock is growing rapidly. I just hope everything will be fine with this little pack of babies as they grow and explore. And this morning, luckily, I found a freshly laid quail egg that was still warm. That means there's a good chance it could be fertile. Usually I find the eggs too late, but this time I'm really hopeful. Getting tiny quail chicks would be such an exciting achievement. And as I promised, the heater is on, the room is nice and warm, and it's time to give my little bird a bath. It feels a bit strange since he's still featherless, but maybe he just wants to refresh his skin a little. But remember, never force your bird to take a bath, it should always be their choice. And I'm pretty sure he won't enjoy staying in the garden aviary. He'd much rather spend time with us in the house. He's already used to being around people, and I think he feels safest and happiest here. Giving birds a bath is simple. Just provide a shallow dish with lukewarm water and that's it. They'll do all the work themselves, but only if they want to. If your bird doesn't jump in right away, just leave the dish for a couple of hours. Out of curiosity, they'll usually try it eventually. Pingo loves water, but he's very aware that he doesn't have feathers yet. He's curious but cautious and takes his time exploring it safely. And that's all, folks. This is the best Pingo can offer for now. And honestly, it's more than enough. Once his feathers grow, he'll probably become obsessed with bathing. But for now, this is something nice, refreshing, and a new experience for him to learn from. And my next project is to turn this ugly garage into a more visually pleasant space for my car. And guess who's keeping me company? My cat Tom. He's always curious about what I'm doing and never misses a chance to join me. I love working alone, but it's slow going. By 4 o'clock I had only managed to complete 2 sides. After my gaming time, it's time to give Pingo a little liquid vitamins and minerals. This will help boost his feather growth and keep him healthy as he continues to grow. And my room sometimes doubles as a gaming space for Mila and Lala. But Mila is such a good girl. She even helps clean up my room after playing. For the next 5 days it kept raining, so I spent most of the time with my family, helping with housework, cleaning my room, and spending lots of time with Mila and Lala. It was also a special week because Mila celebrated her 5th birthday. Time really flies, but I'm so grateful for everything we have. As we like to say here, the most important thing is that we're all healthy. So I wish you all good health and a very happy birthday to Mila. It's colder now. November, about 10 degrees Celsius. I wasn't even planning to let the birds outside, but as soon as I opened the door, they all flew out. I guess they really wanted to be out today. This temperature doesn't bother them at all. Even the newly flying babies are outside enjoying the fresh air, but when the sun goes down, they all head inside on their own. I still check every corner of the aviary to make sure no baby is left out. Luckily, they're very capable of flying, only the first day is clumsy, and by the second day they fly almost perfectly. When it got dark, I closed my aviaries and headed to the other side of the city for a special delivery. I wanted more quails. Yes, I'm still obsessed with them. And this was the last pair for sale, so I had to get them. And this is the part of the city where Franz Ferdinand of Austria was assassinated in Sarajevo. An event that triggered a chain of events leading to the start of World War I. And back to quails. They're very interesting birds and really bring more life to the aviary. Since I'm still waiting for any egg development from my current quails, I just couldn't resist getting this pair. They stopped laying eggs because of the cold, but by spring I hope I'll finally get fertile eggs and have my first quail chicks. These are bottom quails, and honestly I just love tiny animals more than the larger ones. They are a little bit in shock. I don't know where they were kept before or what their coop looked like. I only know the previous owner kept them outside, but just a few days ago moved them indoors because of the cold. And with all this commotion, I got really stressed by their sudden aggression. For a moment, I was very worried. I'm not a quail expert, so I quickly googled this behavior. And what I found was quite a surprise. Male quails sometimes act very aggressively during mating, and to us it can look like forced behavior or even rape. But this happens because of a few natural biological and behavioral reasons. Male button quails have very strong mating instincts, especially in small spaces or during breeding season. Their testosterone spikes make them more eager and persistent. They don't have a gentle courtship like larger birds, so their behavior can seem rough or even violent to human eyes. Hey, at least now I know which one is the female and which one is the male. I realized I need to provide extra hiding spaces for the females, especially now, before the colder days arrive. When it gets really cold, they won't go outside at all, so it's important they feel safe and have places to hide and rest inside. It was quite a huge package, much bigger than I expected. But it's actually a 30 chicken incubator, so I guess it will work for quails too. I was afraid the small incubator I had before would be too tiny for such small quail eggs. I'm still not 100% sure if the eggs are fertile or if I found them too late, but I'm sure about one egg. The one that was still warm when I picked it up. If that one is fertile, there's a good chance it will hatch, fingers crossed. And my Pingo loves being around and helping. He's such a good boy. As for the incubator, it's simple to use. It has a temperature controller and a small space for water to keep the humidity high, which is important for eggs. For quail eggs, the temperature should be set to 37.5 degrees Celsius. The great thing about quails is that when they hatch, I only need to provide food and warmth. They start eating on their own right away. And the best part, I don't need to hand feed them. As you know, hand feeding budgies or even zebra finches is not an easy task. They really depend on their mother or on you to feed them. So, best of luck to me and to the eggs. Thank you members for your amazing support. It means so much to share these moments with you. See you in the next video.